So in this video we're going to look at coterminal angles, and as you see here it says angles in the standard position with the same terminal side, meaning that they're going to start on the axis over here and they're going to end at some other point. So let's say we'll start here and make a 90-degree angle. And so what we're looking for is something that's going to have a side that coincides with this terminal side, that the side that's landing on the y-axis. One way we can do that is to go in the negative direction, go around this way, all the way until we get over here and back to the y-axis, which is going to have the same terminal side as the one before. And that's going to be at 270 degrees, but it is going to be going in the negative direction, which is why we want to be sure to put a negative right here. So that's one way we get to a coterminal angle, but it's not the only way. So we have, in this one, we had a negative coterminal one, but we also might want to look at how we can get a positive coterminal angle. So I'll start by redrawing here, and we'll use the same angle we did before. So redrawing our lovely 90-degree angle. And this time, we're going to continue moving in a positive direction, but wrap all the way around. So starting here, and then looping all the way around, there's 360 degrees, and then we add all the way around till we get to that same terminus. So the way that we figure out where that is you take your full circle, the 360, and you add to it the 90 that we had, which is going to give us 450 degrees. So that would tell us that a 450 degree angle would also be coterminal with the 90-degree angle. So our general rule of thumb here is basically anything that is a full circle away from the original angle would also be coterminal, whether it's going forward or going backward. So if our rule of thumb is that we add a full circle to it, then we can start with what we were given. So we had the 90-degree angle to start with, and we wanted to move a full circle ahead of it, so that's why we have a 360 to it. So anytime you wanted to find another positive coterminal, you can just add 360 degrees. So if we added another one to what we started with there, we come up with 810 degrees being another angle that would also be coterminal in a positive direction with our 90-degree angle and also with our 450-degree angle. But it will work also in the negative direction. So if we start with our 90, but we want to move a whole circle backwards, this time we would subtract 360 degrees from it, which would then give us our negative 270, which is what we got when we did the circle the original time. So now that we've seen how this works with degrees, and this will always work with adding a full circle, but the same will be true if we decide to use radians. So let's go ahead and redraw us another plane here, and we'll go ahead and use the same area that we used before, using what was 90 degrees, but in this case, we'll use it in terms of radians. So going from there to there, we know that all the way around the circle was 2 pi. So here, that quarter of the thing is going to be pi over 2. So if we want to find the negative coterminal angle, we go backwards. And so this time we know that since a full circle would be the 2 pi, we could then use that number to go ahead and subtract it from our original, just like we did with the degrees, and that would give us what our negative coterminal angle would be. So 1/2 pi minus 2 would give us negative 3/2 pi, and that would be a negative coterminal angle. The same would be true if we wanted to find the positive one as well. We would then start with our pi over 2 and add to it a full circle, which is 2 pi. So now that we've got that set up, we go ahead and add 2 pi to pi over 2, which would then give us our lovely fraction here of 5 pi over 2. So 5 pi over 2 would also be coterminal with pi over 2 and also with negative 3 pi over 2. So that's really all there is to coterminal angles. Remember that you're either adding or subtracting a whole circle from whatever your original angle was, and that can be either in degrees or it can be in radians. Either way, you should be able to find your coterminal angles. So let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you soon.